Hi everyone, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to discuss about working with functions in Python. So the topics what we are going to see here is introduction, then understanding functions, then defining functions in Python, then flow of execution in a function call. So these are the topics we are going to see today. So first one is function definition. What is meant by definition function? Function is otherwise called as subprogram, or we will say it's a method, or it is a simple task. Okay, we will define function as it's going to do some simple task only. So subprogram that acts on data, that is working on data input values, and it will return a output value. Okay, so subprogram that acts on a data and often returns a value, or it is the smaller units of a larger program, or we will call it as smaller units of larger program. So larger program only is going to be divided into smaller units. So otherwise we will call it as named unit of group of program statements. So it is given with a one common name, so it is a named unit of group of program statements. Okay, so these are the definition for function. So for first one is it is a subprogram that acts on data and often returns a value, or we will define function as smaller units of a larger program. So larger program are going to be divided into smaller pieces or smaller units. Okay, then third definition is named unit. It is a named unit. Name will be given for the function. This is the user defined function. So the name will be given for the function. So named unit of group of program statements. So some of the statements will be there in the program. So that is only making a function. So what are the reasons to use these functions means? First, it is making a program handling easier. So we can easily handle the programs. Larger size programs are also going to be handled easily by using different subprograms. Okay. Then it reduces the program size. So instead of 100 lines, we can reduce that 100 lines into smaller pieces because of the function. Then it makes program more readable and understandable to a programmer. So easily we can understand what is the subtasks are going to be performed in a larger program. So if we are going to reduce the larger program into smaller units, every smaller unit can be easily understandable by or readable by a programmer. So we can understand functions. One example we will consider here, that is polynomial equation. So f of x is equal to 2x square. This is one equation. It is also termed as function. So we are going to perform one function by giving a value to the argument or a value, parameter or variable. So x is called as in a different name like argument, variable or parameter. We can say in the different names. Okay, so x will be assigned with one value. So that value is going to be passed here. So that is going to be powered by 2. Okay, so 2 into that value power 2 is going to be multiplied. So like that we will get one answer. So one task is going to be, one work is going to be performed on the data, input data. So what is the input data here? Whatever value we are assigning to x, that is only going to be taken as data. Okay, so here function name is f. So what is the function name here? F of x. So always function name will be followed by parenthesis symbol. So if you see parenthesis symbol after any variable name or any letter, alphabets, okay, so that is considered as a function only. Okay, that is a subprogram or a method. So it will perform some task. So f of x. So inside parenthesis we are passing one argument, one single variable we are passing here. So x is its arguments. That is the value given to it. So now x is a variable or argument only. So after that we are going to assign a value for x. So here 2x square is its functionality. So it is going to do this function only. This task only is going to be performed. 2 is multiplied with x power 2. So whatever value we are passing to x, that is powered and then it is multiplied with 2. So we know the priority of operators. First it should be powered, then only it should be multiplied with 2. Okay, next is we are going to assign a value for x. Okay, so for different values of argument x, we will say argument or variable. Okay, so argument x, no, different values we are going to assign. So the function f of x will return the different results. For example, x is equal to 1. When x is equal to 1, it will give the result as f of 1 is equal to 2 into 1 power 2, that is equivalent to 2. Then when x is equal to 2, it will give the result as f of 2 is equal to 2 into 2 power 2, that is 4. 2 into 4 is 8. So like that, when we are assigning values for x, according to that the function f of x will return different results only. Okay, it is not giving the same result. Then f of x is equal to 2x square can be written in Python program as follows. So the same mathematical function, how we are going to transform the form in a Python programming is like this we can write, that is DEF. DEF is a definition. Okay, definition of function. Okay, so function definition is started by using this keyword DEF. Okay, so DEF, after that you're all familiar with this DEF function. So DEF, after that the function name, user defined name, this is the name given by the user. Okay, so you know how the format of variable. Okay, so variable normally it should have a letter followed by digit, or a single letter also can be considered as a function name only. See here, f is single letter only, f is considered as a function. Okay, same like here calc something is going to be taken as user defined function name. Okay, so calc something of parenthesis inside x we are passing, only single argument we have passed here. So same argument here we passed, and at the end colon we need to put. So if you put colon, that indicates that a new block is going to start. After that compulsorily we need to have some executable statements. Okay, so now r is going to be assigned. Now new variable we are taking here, and that variable will have the result. Okay, so result is assigned to variable r. Okay, so 2 into x power 2. So power 2 we cannot write like this in a programming. So we need to write like what? Two star symbols we need to write in order to indicate to the Python interpreter as power operator. Okay, so 2 double star we need to use, or cap operator we can use in from the keyboard. Okay, so 2x square, 2 into x power 2. Okay, like this we need to write this form. No, in a manual way we can write like this, but when we are going to implement in a programming, so it should be changed like this. Okay, otherwise we won't get any result, it will show error only. So we need to expand this 2x square in a programming understandable way, that is Python interpreter need to understand properly. So we need to write the power operator like this only, using 2 asterisk symbol, and here for multiplication 1 single asterisk symbol we need to use. Okay, then return r. So return statement is used to return the result. Next we will see some of the explanation related to this simple program. Okay, so where here DEF means a function definition is starting, it indicates that the function definition is going to start here. Okay, so then identifier following DEF. So DEF followed by after following DEF we have one identifier. Identifier means what? Variable name, function name, all these only known as identifiers. Okay, so identifier following DEF is the name of the function. Okay, so function name is otherwise called as identifier. Generally we will call it as identifier. So under identifiers we will have variable names, function names, then etc., array names, all those things. Okay, then here calc something is the example for function name. So here calc something is the function name, and arguments are parameters, variables, identifiers inside the parentheses. We need to pass the variables here. Many variables we can pass here. Here only single variable is passed. So we can call this as variable or argument or parameter or identifiers. Okay, so inside parentheses we need to pass all those things. Then colon at the end of the DEF means it requires a block. Okay, block means what? A statements, a group of statements will be there. Even single statement will make a block. Okay, so block are statements below the DEF line, that is the body of the function. We will call it as function body. This entire thing is called as, that is r is equal to 2x square, then return r. These two things, lines makes a function body. This will make a function definition. This DEF line fully up to the colon indicates the function definition. After function definition we will have the function body, that is after colon whatever statements we are using at the indentation part. Okay, that is the after 4 blank spaces, whatever statements we are writing, that is known as function body. Okay, so body of the function. Then return statement we have return at the end. So the return statements returns the final result, that is computed result. So same example here is taken. with the function call. Okay, so we have not seen function call in the previous thing, just we have seen function definition and then function body alone. This is body of the function calc something. You can refer your book also. Okay, so these pages are taken from your textbook only, so you can refer to this pages to understand in a better way. So this is name of the function and this is argument to the function, and definition of function calc something. This is the definition of function, that is function definition, and then statement to return computed result. This is return statement, and this two statements will make a body of function body. Then this is the complete program. Entire thing is known as complete program. Okay, here we have defined function and function body alone we have returned in order to perform some task. Okay, but here we are passing the, in a main program only we are going to pass the value for x, that is argument. No, it should be assigned with some value, otherwise we won't get any result. Okay, so a is equal to int of input of enter a number. So number we need to get from the user, then that value is going to be, so a will be assigned with that new number, so that a is going to be passed here. So this is called the actual argument and this is formal argument. So whatever variable we are using, same variable we should not use it in the main program. This is subprogram and this is main program. So that's why it is called a subprogram or function. Okay, so from main program, okay, we are going to call that function. So calc something is going to be called inside the print statement, inside the another statement. So function call inside print. So print is a function. Okay, inside this we are passing this call. Okay, we are making call to the function calc something of a, because it is having one single argument. If it is not having any argument, we no need to pass the value from here. Okay, but here we need to compulsorily pass one single value from the main program. So calc something is called. Okay, so this statement will make a function call. Okay, this is the example for function call, that is inside print statement. Okay, so this is not part of a function calc something. Actually the statements are not indented and hence at the top, and hence a top level of indentation. That means, see here, after entire 5 lines, no, we are going to write it in one single editor only, but we are not going to write in a separate way. So one single Python editor, no, editor screen, we are going to type all these 5 lines together only, one after other. But here you can see the indentation level, that is space after the left margin. Okay, so here def started at the edge. Okay, edge of the editor, and if you see here r equal to 2x square and return r, it is returned, these two are returned after some spaces. So here that is only indicating the indentation level, that is a blank space which we are going to give, no, before the statement. Okay, so totally 4 blank spaces we need to leave, 4 cursor places, no, we need to leave for the function body. Okay, so these two statements are written at the same level of what, def only. So these two statements are called top level statements. Okay, because it is going to be used as a main program, it is going to used in the main programs. Main program only will call a function. Okay, so this function is going to be called from the top level statements only. So these two statements are not at the indentation level, so that's why it is called as main programs or main block of statements. From here only we can make a function call. So calc something is going to be called from the top level statements, because these two are not at the indentation level. Okay, so these two are assigned according to this def calc something. In the similar line it is written. Okay, next one, how we can write the function call, that syntax we can see. Already we have seen here, but again the different ways of calling function, all those things we will discuss here. Okay, so a function call, it takes the following form, that is function name followed by value to be passed to the argument. See here example, the function name is calc something and value to be passed to the argument is 5. So value 5 is being sent as an argument here. Okay, so different ways of using function call statements are passing literal. What are the ways we can use the function call statements? No, in which ways and all we can pass the value to the function, that we can see here. So we can pass literal as argument. Literal means what? Constant. We can pass the constant value directly as an argument in a function call. Like this also we can write in a function call instead of writing a, b, c, d like the variables, okay, arguments. So directly we can write the literals. We can pass the literal. So it would pass value as 4 to argument x. Next method is passing variable as an argument. This only we have seen. So that is number variable is assigned with the value 10. So that is going to be, that is number, num is going to be passed here as argument from the function call. Okay, in the function call we are passing the variable or argument. So it would pass value. This value is going to be passed as what? Variable num to argument x. Okay. So in the subprogram, if we have used this function, this argument x means here we can pass either using a variable. So here we are assigning value by using this int of input of statement. No, we are getting value from the user. So that value is not directly assigned here. It is assigned indirectly. It is indirectly it is passed through what? Through a variable. Okay. See, like this we are getting the value and that variable is passed, but actually that variable is holding that value. Okay, so in that second way also we can call the function. Next one is taking input and passing the input as argument in function call. This only we have seen in that example. So using int of input of enter a number, so it is assigned to my number variable. So cube of my num we are sending, so it would pass value as variable my num to argument x. Here we have assigned directly, but here we are getting by using input statement. And next fourth way is using function call inside print statement. So this only we have seen in this example. So calc of something of a is passed inside print statement. That means after getting the result from return statement, it will print the answer immediately. So first calc something is called. This is inside the print function. Okay, print function inside calc something function is there. So after getting the result from here, it will print. Okay, so first action is calc something will be performed. Second action is printing will be performed in this case. Okay. So these are the ways we can pass. First, third, fourth method is what? Using function call inside the another statement. That is print statement inside cube of 3 we have passed. So cube of 3 will get first get the computed result. Okay, which will then be printed. So it will get the result from the return statement. Cube of 3 will get the result from the print state. That is the function definition. No, there it will be performed. Okay, so computed result will be assigned to cube of 3. Then that result is going to be printed with the help of the print statement. Next, fifth way is using function call inside the expression. So along with expression also we can pass the function call. So double of cube. So double of cube we need to calculate. So cube value, that is 6, is passed to x. Okay, that is going to be multiplied by 2 to get the double of cube. Okay, so like this also we can call the function inside the expression. So along with the expression also we can make a function call. So this won't give any error. Okay, so function calls result will be multiplied with 2. So after we get the result for cube of 6, it is going to be multiplied with 2 to get the double of cube. So with this we will end up the today's class. In the next class we will see some type of functions also.